Okay, let's get at it.
Woo! Yay, hiking.
Yep, another wet night. The inside of that tent is soaked. I am not a fan of tent platforms in the rain. Makes it really hard to set up the tent. I have to use rocks and sticks and other things. But there was blue sky above us, not anymore. And we've got just a couple miles, 10 miles into town. Are we wet this morning?
We are soaked this morning. Woo!
So it is. It deluged is right. It's July 30th, 2021, day 59. And yeah, it started raining sometime in the afternoon yesterday, and it continued raining harder and harder all night long. And we woke up around 6 o'clock this morning and it picked up and started raining even harder. So we hung out in the tent for an hour or so, and it actually ended up giving us a break. So it's probably about after 8 o'clock at this point that we're just getting out and starting on our way. But we are soaked. The good news is town day, and not only a town day,
0 day tomorrow.
0 day tomorrow. We decided we needed it. It's been exactly 2 weeks, I think, since our last 0 day back in Lincoln, and we decided it was time to get another dry out and rest. And I think timing is perfect. So there's Griffith Lake, where we were camped. We didn't see much of it yesterday because it was wet and dreary. But the good news is we also didn't see the camp master, the caretaker. That's it. We didn't see the caretaker, so we saved our $5. I think the caretaker was probably hiding in his or her shelter or tent all night long, just like us, and didn't feel like getting soaked trying to get $5 from grumpy campers. So we're making our way 10.6 miles. The elevations are not bad at all. Looks like we've got 2 main climbs today. One over Stiles Peak, and then the second climb over Bromley Mountain. First hill that's been called a mountain in a bit. So we should be in town early to mid-afternoon, and then we'll figure out laundry and getting to we're actually staying in a kind of lodge kind of place. The town was sold out when we started calling in a couple days ago. So we're in a kind of lodge, and the only problem with that is figuring out the laundry, since there aren't loaner clothes, and we have to go into town for a laundromat. Anyway, that's a long intro. We'll see what exciting things happen to us today. It would have been fun to see this yesterday, to see how much of an increase the flow had after all the rains yesterday. Because I am sure this does not normally flow like this.
No, you can see the vegetation on the sides all flooded.
Yeah. Did we mention it deluged last night? The Econo Lodge in Manchester Center doesn't know what's about to hit it today. can hear a raging brook again. Figure I'll see it. Oh, and there's a shelter back there. I bet that's the Bromley Brook shelter. We thought about heading there last night, but figured it was going to be packed. Another good flow. Oh, yep. Looks like we're getting water here. Think we can hold on to the C-Max this time? I shouldn't be surprised that we're tromping through mud and streams this morning. I think it's going to be another day where we have to embrace the wet. We are still making it up Styles Peak. It's been a pretty good climb so far. Not super crazy, but definitely steep. Getting our cardio moving for the morning. I'm still half hoping that by the time we make it to the top of this peak, or maybe the next one, that maybe this will have burnt off a little bit and we'll get some views, or at least some sun. Then again, last night I held out the hope that the rain would stop in time for dinner, but that didn't work out. But I still have faith.
Hello? How we doing?
Doing good.
Yay, hiking in the mud.
The sun just peeked through the clouds. That is a good thing. We're crossing over the top to the official peak. Not sure exactly where it is. It's in just about 2/10 of a mile or so. And I'm not sure that there's going to be any view there, but it's nice to see the sun. My hope of us being able to dry out before we get to town just might come through. We'll see. Okay, this last push-up Styles was a bear, but I think we have finally made it. Okay, here's our viewpoint. Not too shabby. We'll do a little bit of a pack off break here. Okay, we have just climbed down the first peak. We are at Mad Tom Notch and Mad Tom Road.
See the water cache?
I did.
It's nice people leaving water in case anybody needs it.
Yeah, we're all filled up. There was some water someone left by the trailhead, but we're all set today. We just left the Puro Peak Wilderness area. And I think we'll be starting our climb up Bromley Mountain now. An interesting spaceship up there. I believe this is the top of Bromley Mountain. I have no idea what that is. Oh, it's a ski lift. That way, but I'm going to come check all this out.
It's just that when these things go in, I mean, picture this now into that. Yeah. There's going to be a kick plate.
Yeah.
There's going to be rails.
That's right. I am glad they sent us down the green trail instead of the black diamond. But kind of neat, just tromping down a ski slope. Did this in Big Sky, Montana once, except they had a frisbee golf course on the ski slopes.
Gotta say, that is one of the coolest parts of trail so far for me. Just walking down the ski slope.
That was pretty
That's
darn
awesome.
cool. So this is where we diverge from the slope. And back into the woods. I approve.
I approve. That was cool.
If only it did that for the next 1,600 miles, we would be set.
I'd take 3 into town, but you know.
Less than 3 into town.
All good.
.8 according to the sign. So that's to the road. I don't know how we're getting into town.
145.
Since we've got a nice day today, I'm going to take this little short side trail to what's labeled as a vista, because that's what the sign on the trail says. Let's see how the vista is. Not bad. Okay. We like you, Vermont, still. Even if we're wet. Okay, back to trail. Here in about the last mile of our day. Coming out in just a little bit to the road that leads into Manchester Center. Still have to figure out how we're getting into Manchester Center, but I'm sure we'll find some sort of shuttle or hitch or something. Okay, it is end of day 59. We did 10.6 miles. We went from Griffith Lake tenting area up over two peaks, Stiles Peak and then Bromley Mountain. And we made it down into the town of Manchester Center. So good day. We're in actually a hotel room tonight instead of a hostel. We're fancy.
No, the hostel was booked.
All the hostels were booked. In fact, the entire town is booked.
There's a big horse show. Aaron, we're thinking about you.
Yep. But no horse show for us. We just snuck into a room, and we're going to zero here tomorrow also. So time to let our feet rest for the first time in 2 weeks. So how was your day?
Good day. We did get a whole lot of rain overnight, but most
that
of the day...
was so long ago, I almost forgot.
Yeah, most of the day hiking wasn't rainy, but this morning at one point it deluged on us for about an hour maybe.
Yeah.
So the trail was very wet and muddy today. Lots of slop. We slopped through. Luckily, we're going to let everything dry out. It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow, but we'll be in a hotel room, and then it's going to rain again, and we're out hiking again. But a highlight for me today was the hike down Bromley Mountain. Was actually partly down a ski slope, which was kind of fun because it was just a big grassy field with a trail through it. So it wasn't the whole way down, but that was just kind of
it was cool, and it was really an open view. So that was great. So, and it's funny because neither of us, I guess, had checked the map on that, so we didn't know what was coming up, and it's like, what the heck is that at the top of the mountain? So that was good. It was
really cool.
Okay.
Low light of the day. Might be TMI, sorry. Lost my first toenail tonight. yeah, there are more that are going to come off, but lost my first toenail tonight. So yay, 59 days in, one toenail down. Hey, I had to share.
Sounds good.
On that exciting note.
Okay, we'll see ya.